up? It's just TV reviews. Welcome to my channel. I want to talk a little bit about episode 7. I'm not going to make the video too long. I just want to touch on a few topics such as Rock, Kanan, OC, and this famous situation. I do plan to make another video about some characters and things that I've been seeing that's been going on, but I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm going to go ahead on and get to it. So I do want to bring up a few things that happened in the episode, but I want to also give my opinion on it. But we do remember when Juke asked Rock if Unique unalive famous, and Rock went on to saying something like she didn't think that Unique did it because he would have told her. And if the police theory is right about Fame, Juke is suspecting that somebody on the streets made that call. And then we learn by the end of the episode that Kanan saw Rock giving money to the police, and now he thinks that she's behind the unaliving of Famous. Could it be that Rock was paying off the police that was vandalizing her business? You remember last season when they were, breaking her windows and things like that, because they pretty much wanted her to pay them to stop, and let's air quote pay them to protect her building pretty much from them. Could it just be that simple?
What happened here?
My old man was a commercial contractor, did a bunch of work around the city. Take it from me, it's gonna cost a fortune to fix these windows.
I got insurance.
Color me nosy, but I can't help but notice you got an extensive list of code violations on your hands here. Sorry to say we are obligated to share that with our friends at the Department of Buildings.
Do what you gotta do.
Between us chickens, though, the last thing we want to do is get in the way of an entrepreneur like yourself who's breathing new life into the neighborhood.
We could certainly come around a little more. Keep an eye out. Make sure your windows stay where they're supposed to be. We might even be able to make those violations go away.
We like to invest in folks who are investing in the neighborhood. But like any investment, we expect to see some sort of return.
So earlier in the season, Rock mentioned several times that Andre Barnes has these law enforcement connections. And she always wanted to know who those people were. But of course, he wouldn't tell her because he wanted to be needed, right? But I'm wondering, after his death, did she find at least one of those connects? And could that connect be responsible for unaliving Famous or giving her intel that, Famous was snitching? I'm not gonna lie, Rock was never really on my radar for the unaliving of Famous. And I guess I thought this because Rock's pretty much been putting out fires that Unique has been starting since the season first began. And I just simply thought that, she was just too busy to be focusing on Famous. But I did think that it was kind of weird when Rock told Kanan not to get revenge for the unaliving of Famous. And I thought she was saying this because bodies bring police. And, I thought that because she's a businesswoman. But to play along with the Rock theory of unaliving Famous or having something to do with it, I don't see why she wouldn't just say that Unique did it. Is she still in love with him? Is she hoping that he'll come back to the person that she loved? She's no stranger to setting Unique up, you know what I'm saying? This would be a good cover story for, if you ask me. So my question is Rock really behind the unaliving of Famous? Now to the OC of it all. If OC didn't steal Kanan's money for himself, or he didn't tell Unique and he stole it, could Rock be behind stealing Kanan's money? Kanan's been stacking his money so that he can pretty much get away from his mom and become independent. And we know Rock is not a fan of Kanan being independent because she can't manipulate him the way that she has in the past. I low-key feel like Snaps and Pop are mentoring Kanan, and perhaps that's why he knows how to steal money from Rock without her noticing. Now I know I'm reaching, okay? I know I'm reaching. I remember when Rock gave money to Fame so that she could get information from him about Kanan. Could it be that Rock is doing the same thing with OC? I mention this because OC brought it up to Kanan that Rock may find out that he's stealing from her. As far as the unique situation, Kanan got it all wrong. As smart as Kanan is, he's still young and dumb.
You think Nick's coming for us?
If he wanted to, he would have did it already. And nigga been alive for months now. This is not about us, it's about her. I ain't even worried about Nick. I took that nigga crazy brother. I'll take his ass out too.
Nick and Ronnie.
I still ain't scared. Especially if I got you next to me.
I ain't next to nobody.
Just saying.
That youth is failing him because he's not recognizing that Rock's problems are his problems. Not only his problem, but his family's problem, and also any business partners that Unique probably can't talking to joining his side is a problem. So a little bit on Jukebox. I thought it was very interesting that Jukebox said to Kanan that she wasn't on anyone's side.
Just saying, if you ever feeling ready to put some work out there, I got you. Cause you good at this shit. The way things is playing out right now, and these niggas around that I can trust. Ain't nobody I trust more than you.
Kanan definitely trusts Jukebox, but I don't think that Jukebox shares the same feelings about Kanan. I think she's going through her own selfish phase and her trying to develop her own independence. Now, she was trying to do this through music, she was trying to do it through the army, and all of that failed. The army failed because of her being gay, and the group disbanded because of her family. And I don't know, low key, Jukebox could hate her family or resent them because they have interrupted things that could have been good for her life. And instead of her trying to suppress the feelings that she's had, like the dark side of her, she's now seeming to slowly embrace it. And she's actually enjoying it, which is dangerous. So my question is, should Kanan trust Jukebox? All right, guys, I'm almost done rambling. I'm done with what I was gonna say, but drop down in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are regarding this episode and this season so far. Some people they think that this season is a bit disappointing. But my thing is, without the storytelling, we won't know why certain things happen the way that they have. And if you just want to see pow, 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 they could do that in a couple of episodes. And then y'all gonna be like, well, that's it. That's all y'all got. Enjoy the storytelling. I enjoy the storytelling. My predictions at first was that Unique was gonna die this season. Now I'm unsure. I think he's cooking up some things, but I think it's gonna spill over to season 5.